Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm great. What about you?
I'm well, thank you for asking. It's been a while. How have you been doing? How's your journey going?
It has been going good. Uh, I have improved a lot, but still there is long way to go. And
Yeah,
yeah, and what should I say? Like I am meeting with you after a long time. So yeah,
yes, yes, absolutely. That's true what you said about improvement. That journey keeps on going. Today, I'm here to help you get better, but at the same time, I know I have so much more to learn. There are so many words in the English language that I think the
yeah.
learning never stops,
Yes, absolutely. Because
right?
your one, I think, language takes a time to. There are lots of aspects of one language, and I guess one life is less for learning and becoming a mastering.
True,
Become for the
true,
language.
true.
Yeah.
That is so true because it always depends on which aspect of language you're learning, like formal language or just general, casual when you're speaking to your friends. And then there are so many languages and they're so difficult to learn. Trust me, I
Yes.
have tried learning a foreign language. I've
Oh,
also tried learning I've also tried learning like Indian languages. It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult.
yeah, it's difficult because like English is very well known for us because since childhood we have been learning, but still when we
True.
take it seriously, so we came to know that there are lots of aspects of English like pronunciation, phrasal verb, and your voice
Yep.
annotation and
Yep.
uh, phonetics if you really want to improve your
Yes.
pronunciation. So
True.
so many things to improve, and especially for me, like I'm
It's
very poor
yeah,
in terms of
not at all.
pronunciation. So yeah, actually
That's
I have.
actually something we need to focus on. I don't think you are generally bad at it. I think if you don't
Mhm.
pay attention, then you get bad. Because this is something even earlier when we met last, I feel you didn't have bad pronunciation always. It's just that when you don't focus on certain words, then mistakes happen.
I guess, yeah, you're right. But since my childhood, I always follow spelling because in childhood, in school, when we study, we need to remember spellings and all these things. So I
True.
always follow spelling, and this is how I pronounce words. And the same practice I have been doing for so long, so it becomes habit. So now what I
Yeah.
need to do, I need to change my habit. Then I need to learn new things. So I am doing two practice. First, I need
Yes.
to clean bad. I need to remove my bad habits. Then
Yeah.
I need to learn new
True.
things. So I'm
New
not
habits.
learning
It's
English.
called unlearning and relearning,
Yes,
right?
that's why it is
Yes.
quite difficult sometimes. I feel because when I was in my school, so I always say is school. Is school
Yes.
student. So it is
True.
very difficult for me. So
True.
yeah, I had.
It's
I
like
have
that.
to put a lot
Yeah.
of effort at first. Yeah.
True. Also what happens, there are two things I've noticed is that sometimes some words are, parts of a bigger word are pronounced differently. For
Yes.
example, you just said become, right? So we know how to say come, comes, we know how to say it. So then when be gets added to it, we know how to say the last part of the word, but how do you say
Yes.
becomes properly?
Become.
This is just a
Become.
small example based on what you just said. But
Yeah.
we tend to know the words we already know, and then when other words get added, that's why many people make mistakes with words like um, comfortable, because they say comfort table because they know
Yes.
table. So that's why that happens, right? Sometimes
Yes.
we
Yeah.
end up
Yeah.
saying
Yeah. Yeah. It
comfortable,
happens.
vegetable,
Yeah.
when it's actually comfortable,
Vegetable. Yeah.
vegetable, valuable. Yeah, so
Vegetable.
we say table.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that happens. That you know that's
And
something.
it is
And
fine for
also,
those who
another thing
really.
to observe,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, please.
no, no, your school has come from a Hindi word, because in Hindi most people say uh, school ja rahe ho, because they don't say pathshala. They'll just say school ja rahe ho. So then
Cool.
you
Yeah.
end up saying that you were
Yes.
saying.
but this is how we have different, like, when you want to have a good, you want to become a good speaker, so you have to pay attention on pronunciation, I guess, because uh, when we say these kind of words, and it is okay if someone doesn't have any concern regarding like pronunciation,
Right.
but if I have that goal, I really want to become a good speaker, so it matters a lot for me, and it takes a lot
True.
of effort to correct myself. So
Yes,
nowadays I can say like I make less grammatical mistakes comparatively earlier
I
days.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to, yeah, earlier you have made almost like none since you
Yeah.
started speaking. So yeah,
And
that you don't make any camera.
but I still following the process, that translation from Hindi to English. So that's why I
Yeah.
am not able to put the sentences in correct order. You know,
Right.
sometimes it happens
Yeah.
because I don't know the right phrasal verb. I mean, I know, but during speaking, it doesn't comes like immediately.
Yeah.
So whatever
Yep. See, you
things
just did
comes
that.
in
Yeah.
mouth, I just speak.
Yeah.
Speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You just said that. So you said sometimes it happens. So that's because you're going from Hindi, you're saying kabhi kabhi aisa hota
yes,
hai.
yes,
So
yes.
that's why you're saying sometimes it happens.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
usually, if you're thinking in English, you would say it happens, or
yeah,
sometimes it happens. But the thing is, you won't stress on sometimes and it happens separately. So
yeah.
that influence will stay. But I'll give you a small exercise. This is something you
Mhm.
should just, whenever you have time, you
Yeah.
should do. When, whenever, wherever you are, okay, like wherever you're sitting right now, you can do it. Just look around you, whatever is around you, okay? So
Mhm.
I'm sitting at my desk, I'm sitting on a chair, the television is in front of me, my cupboard is next to the television. So these are just things that are actually happening, right?
Yeah.
Right, like I am writing something down, I am talking to Megha through my phone.
Mhm.
These are things that are actually happening. But try to make these sentences in your head based on
Okay.
whatever is actually happening, right? Whoever is at home, look at them, whatever they are doing, try to, like a running commentary, like in a cricket match. It should be
Yeah, yeah.
like that. And if you start doing this, it's almost like talking to yourself. You'll feel a little crazy, but after that, you'll feel like you're thinking in English more, right? So when
Yeah,
you
I.
see something and you
Mhm.
think of the English word, you will know that, okay, now I'm thinking in English. I'm not thinking in Hindi
Hindi. Yeah.
anymore.
I have
Yeah.
started this practice because I came to know, I mean, I heard from these things from people that I need to do that. I need to just talk to myself during my
True.
household chores or anything. But
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes I do that. Yeah. But,
Yeah. Sometimes
in
you
our
forget.
mind, yeah, so many things running on our head,
True.
and we just forget
Yeah.
the thing. So for these also, I need to uh, put a lot of efforts. Now I am running my YouTube
True.
channel
True.
as well. So all times I am
Right.
thinking about my content and all the stuff I'm going through. So I always
True.
feel like I always landed up with the things earlier. Like I got my job very earlier. I
Yeah.
hadn't finished my, I mean, normal education, and I started my YouTube channel
True.
of English, and still I'm working on it. So it is quite hilarious,
True.
I guess. But yeah, this is how
But
things work,
it's
and
so
yeah,
inspirational. Absolutely. If your teacher is still learning, then the student doesn't have any, excuse to not learn. Because if
yeah,
someone who's trying to teach and and you're sharing your experience, so it's so inspirational to someone else. It's like, even this person who may be better than me at English is also struggling in some areas.
I
So
mean,
I
yeah,
can do it because it's not such a big deal. So yeah,
yeah,
that's absolutely true. So very
yeah,
early on, okay,
very
very
early.
early on, not very on, on, very early on, I started working, or
Okay,
I started working very early on, right? So
okay,
that's what you're trying to,
yeah,
or even
I,
just early is fine.
okay, very early on or very early.
Yes,
Yeah,
I started working very early, or I started working very early on. It'll communicate the same.
Yeah, I still struggling with prepositions.